meeting to order. And the first item on the agenda is approving the meeting minutes from June 11th. So Catherine had forwarded
Yeah,
those
I
out.
mean, I wasn't there, so I don't know how right they are, but they
Right.
look grammatically correct,
Okay.
which is a thing I can say about them.
Okay.
I will convert them to the actual way that they're supposed to be put on the website.
Okay.
But I wasn't gonna do that until we knew if they
Yeah.
were right.
Yeah, sounds good.
Seems-
Oh, yeah. So did everyone have a chance to review them? Because
I did.
you did?
The people who were actually at the meeting.
Okay.
They look good. I make a
What I
motion
can
that we
remember.
approve the meeting with the minutes from that last meeting.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Okay, unanimous. The next, oh, and I just wanted to mention, I have 6 items for the not reasonably anticipated segment at the very
I have
end.
one.
And you have one too? So we'll try to get through
Yeah,
through
I'll
our
be quick.
regularly scheduled agenda items quickly. So the next item is the treasurer's report. I don't know, Joan, if there.
I did not see anything from Ken
Okay,
this month. I know we haven't spent any money, so I suspect
Yeah.
that our accounts are the same as they were last month.
okay, sounds good. For updates from the Historical Commission mailbox, we received a letter from the Friends of the Upton State Forest. They usually send us a letter every month, so that's their regular mailing. So the next item on the agenda is Marcella, and we have her on the line, and I believe she would like to speak to Heritage Park funding and invasive species funding.
Yeah, let me start from the beginning. I don't know how many of you have been to the park recently, but since the property was acquired and a lot of clearing and planting happened initially, it was kind of allowed to go to pot, and a lot of the trees died, a lot of the plants died. The blueberry bushes, we rescued those, but there's a small group of us who just have decided that this was our project, and I believe we have talked about that before, and that we have the blessing of the relevant parties. But then what we did next was plant a native wildflower garden, kind of as a trial to see what would take there and what kind of plants would be successful. Those were planted in an area where there were some native plants put, and invasive plants were allowed to grow in, so they crowded out the ones we liked. But now it seems to be going okay. We have it's not like thick and buzzing with pollinators, but it's got some good growth, and it changes every year. The types of plants that survive or the types of plants that reseed. We'll see over the years what that turns into, and we'll be monitoring that. So what the next step was, we've been looking around and realizing that there was a plan, in fact, to plant a row of dogwood trees along the stream, and to plant some more native plants. And the areas where the native plants should go have been totally covered with invasive plants. So this opportunity has come. I can see it's very likely that I will get the grant. They seem very enthusiastic about it. So the grant is submitted through Metacomet Land Trust. The folks who are issuing the grant money, they don't fund anything that's municipal, but they will fund nonprofits. So Metacomet Land Trust manages they hold the CR, so they have an interest in the property. So I think that that's appropriate for them to be the receiving party. Since I as an individual, I can't, but the folks who are giving out this grant money, a friend of mine did some similar kind of plantings at a workplace, and that's the workplace gives does charitable stuff, and one of the categories is environmental concerns. So she did this wonderful pollinator garden on site, and they just loved it. And she told them about what we were doing here in Upton. And the guy who who helps with the grants, that if he sees my name on anything, if he sees Marcella Sasha on the application, then he will definitely at least give it more a better eye. But it looks like he might be really open to funding it. So we have a budget. What we would want to do is have someone come in and help us remove the invasive plants that are like really in there. A lot of them we can just tear out, but we will need somebody with some equipment. We have somebody we can hire. So that would be the first step, and then would be to purchase plants and get those in the ground. And a lot of the plants that we want are trees, because we want to replace all the trees that died, and there are quite a handful of them, and do some more wildflower planting. So that's kind of the plan. I don't know if I know how to share. I can share a map of the park with what where indicating where the plantings will be. Do you want me to try to share that?
Sure, yeah, great. If you can,
Okay, let's see if this will work. Uh, okay, it wants to share. Doesn't want to share my. Doesn't want to go into my files. So let me try that again. Okay, I am not. I don't have the what it takes to
oh, okay, it's not gonna let you.
I'm sorry. It's a when the park was first acquired and plans were made for the park itself, there were a lot of different ideas, including the plantings. There was going to be like a sitting story time circle, and there was going to be benches, which we do have some benches there now. So little by little, some of these things have been happening. But this drawing that I was hoping to put up for you, it has it shows you that original thinking, and then I've overlaid on that where the plantings should go. So that's just a description of what it is. But so as far as the budget goes, we figure that to do the work, to purchase the plants and put some signage up explaining what is going on, would be between $7,000 and $8,000, and that seems like a reasonable amount to ask this company. So that just kind of fills you in. I have been working with Lori Woden, Livermore, and Kathy Taylor. It's the four of us. We just decided that the park deserves some love, and things were getting a little out of control with the growth. And just to plant a seed in your heads, I think it would be, that actually the four of us thought it would be a great idea if there was a friends group for the park that could do the this is going to require some continual maintenance. The DPW mows, which is fantastic, but If we had a friends group, maybe consisting of the neighbors or the dog walkers or the people who are in proximity to it, we might have a ready population of volunteers to help out with stuff. So, we plan to do the planting on a volunteer basis. We're not asking for money to pay anyone to do the planting. So,
So the $7,000 to $8,000 that you're looking for, would that be a grant through Metacomet?
it would be fed through Metacomet. Yeah, the company that it gives the grants out, it's Peckham Industries. And they would send the check to Metacomet Land Trust, who would then, authorize us to make purchases of the plants and hire people or person. So Metacomet would be kind of administering the grant, watching, just making sure that the money goes to the right places.
Marcella, when you have a minute, when you're done talking to us, would you just send the historical commission email, like the name of that place that's distributing the grant, just so I get it right for the minutes?
Oh, sure, absolutely. And what I'll also do is I'll email you, maybe when I get off, I'll just email you that map so you have that too, because you really
Sure.
should have an opportunity to see it. The initial
Right.
drawing of the map was done by a landscape I think she was a landscape architect, and it's a really lovely design. So it'd be nice to go back to working with that.
So my understanding, concerning the Heritage Park is that the Historical Commission, I think there was a warrant article many years ago, gave the Historical Commission a role of overseeing what happens in the Heritage Park. But we no longer have direct control over it, so we're kind of like an
Yeah, I mean,
advisory council for the park.
what it is that it belongs to the town, not to the commission, right?
Yeah.
So that's like the crux of that.
The select
But-
have.
But the selectmen have final say in things. The other party that also has a say, is Metacomet Land Trust.
Oh, okay,
So they're the other group,
okay.
because it's like held in.
Do they have a PR
They have the
preservation
The
restriction?
preservation restriction is held to that.
Okay,
So
And-
if they're on board with it.
Yeah.
And they're the ones who have the preservation restriction.
So we just need to maybe take a vote and say we're in favor
We are,
of.
yes, so we are in
Yes.
favor of said grant. Is that all you're asking for us for Marcella? Are you asking any, for any kind of action item or?
And that, and if they have any, I'm sorry?
I just wanted to know if you're
Frozen
running
for a
it by us or if you need a vote. Like, what do we need to give to you? Are you just
Well-
informing us to keep us in the loop, which is fine? Or do we need to vote on something specific to help you?
I think a vote of support would probably sort of make it more concrete. And there's also another party who will be adding their 2 cents, is the select board. Since it is the town owns the property, they have some degree of say in what goes on. So I have, I'm scheduled to meet with them at their next meeting and give them basically the same, information. And if I have something, if I can say that the historical commission voted in support, then that would certainly make it seem a little stronger. So.
Yeah.
That
Okay, I'll
would be
make a
wonderful.
motion that we support the plans that Marcella brought forth to us for replanting and improving the park with native plants.
And accepting the grant.
And accepting the grant, correct?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can't do the plants unless we get the grant, unless the town wants to pay for the plants, but this is a way to.
I suspect you are correct that they would rather have the grants,
Exactly.
generally speaking.
So, and the grant was from Petha Industries, Petha?
No, Peckham, Peckham.
Peckham, okay.
Yeah, they do like
Got it.
industrial stuff.
So the motion on the floor is to support the plans for replanting and planting native plants in Heritage Park and accepting the grant from Peckham Industries. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll second the motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, it carries unanimously.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that, and I'll send that map to you right now. And if maybe I'll sign back on in case you have any questions, but I have to sign off in order to send you the map.
Okay, and I'm happy to forward an email to the select board to just say that, provide them the motion that passed.
Okay, that would be great.
Okay,
There's-
great.
There's
Thanks,
a
Marcella.
result that I may not be at the next meeting. They have a pretty large agenda, and this isn't time sensitive, so I may be at the meeting after the next, but
Okay.
anything you send them would be great. And
Okay.
what's the best email address to send this little map to? Is that if you want to look at it today, like should I send it to you, Craig?
You can send it to me, yeah, and I can forward it out to
Yeah,
the store. Do you have my email, Marcella? cdw@startmail.com? Okay, yeah, just send it to me and I can forward it out to everybody.
Super. And if you have questions about it, and if anything on the map is different from what I described, please, let me know. I think I put everything out there. But you voted on it without seeing the map, so I, understand if there's something that comes up. But there are no surprises on the map. Let's put it that way. I don't.
We trust.
Yeah, we wanted to put a great big sculpture in the middle, and
It's gonna be gilts, bright mirror ball.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So thank you. I appreciate your taking the time for this, and it's nice to see all of you, and I will get that out. Thank you.
Great, and we really appreciate the help and support with Heritage Park. That's a huge help for us.
Yes.
It's such a special place, so we're really happy to do it. The chamber and what is so cool. So,
Yeah, it's quite a jewel for our community for sure, so.
absolutely.
Well, thank you, appreciate it.
Okay. Well, you guys take care. I'm signing
Thank
off.
you much.
Really?
Thanks, Marcel.
Thanks.
Okay, so the next item on the agenda is bid for headstones for First Cemetery, and we have our special guest here. Mr. Phillips.
Bid was released to the public somewhere around June 4th or 5th or 6th. I lost track of the dates. And I got 2 phone calls immediately. And I requested that the bid be pulled back and 3 revisions be made to it. One of them was to remove the requirement for a bond, which costs the bidding company several $1,000s to put a bond up the project. Thankfully, the town agreed to it, but when they published the bid, they left the bond requirement in the town contract that's attached to the bid, so that the bidders could see, caused some consternation. Second change was softening the language of the historical replication of the stones. Because it was becoming obvious that exactly reproducing the stone, which is the way the lawyers wrote the language,
Would
was
be
going to be a
impossible.
hugely expensive challenge. And in 40, 50% of the stones, it couldn't be done anyway, because the stones don't exist. Or just fragment stuff. So I tried to soften that language. And the third thing that I added was that the successful bidder who gets awarded the contract will be allowed to purchase the materials provide proof to us that the materials have been purchased and paid for, and that we would reimburse them. So it would be a two-phase payment. They could get paid for materials and then pay for the delivery of the stones. Because of a couple of conversations I had and what I anticipate, it's all gonna be small businesses doing this. Not gonna be large corporations with lots of money in their
Right.
bank and put out $40,000, $50,000 for just the stone itself, not be reimbursed until they're all carbon delivered. And it was actually a fourth change. The law firm introduced a paragraph that said that they could deliver no more than 5 stones at a time. It was originally 3. I have no idea why they thought that that was appropriate, so we took that way out. We'll deliver all 24 stones at once, deliver all 24 stones at once, so it doesn't matter to us. So all those went out. I did receive, I think, 2 more phone calls, one from a company in Beverly, which anyone did not capture. Said that was the business he was in. Another phone. I think it was a company. Then I got an email, text or something last week. Somebody very abruptly, in their email, asked me for a copy of the bid. The bid is available on 2 state websites, Combis and the other one, general list of bids. And it's also available on Wright Pierce, which is the company that Dennis Westgate contracted with to manage the bid. He put it out to answer questions and phone calls, etc. So I Googled the company and it was an insurance company. So my response was, your website says you're an insurance company. Why on earth would you want this bid? I get a response back saying, that's the business we're in. Again, they felt very rude and abrupt. So I just sent them an email saying, go to Combis, go to the other state site, or go to Wright Pierce and pay a price to download the bid.
Mhm.
Go for it.
But we didn't get into from any local, like over Whitensville,
He's not going to bid.
no,
He's-
too much for him.
He's in the business of selling his business. He's beginning the process of getting up. Guy in Connecticut, Bristol, Connecticut, that I spoke to last year, gave me the original estimate. He was not the bid. He was one of the first things called. I do not know whether I talked to him. She told me if this is going to get pulled back, we're going to make the change you're asking for. For the benefit of everybody. I don't know who's going to bid. I have this very bad sense that, let's get rid of this thing. Or if we get a couple bids, they are going to be twice what we estimated to do. Now,
Do you have to do prevailing wage with this?
outside of the state. I think that's in there. I don't think that was a big issue. So one gentleman called me and he's up in Beverly, said he's in this village as well, so there's people out there that do this stuff that I couldn't find when I searched last year. And he asked if there was a budget. And I said, of course there's a budget. This is going to ask what it is. It's the question you can ask, but I'm not necessarily going to tell you. But as the conversation progressed, I said, we're in the neighborhood of 100K. It's called. He says, I'm looking in the neighborhood of 180K. But did convince Dennis, change the bid when we first put it out, that there was a list of the 24 stones. And the bidders have to quote on each stone individually to create it. And an installation cost for each stone individually in case we decide that we'll install something ourselves. So 2 options are available when the bids come in, if bids come in. One is we can reduce the total bid cost if we decide that some of the footstones we could easily install ourselves that won't be done. And reduce it that way. And the second one is we could take stones off the list because they're being bid to bring it underneath the money we have available. And I believe he would take $1,000, we have about 97,000 left in the secret ceiling to do this job. Now, the company in Connecticut that does hand carved slate stones told me for about 75,000, you could do the whole job. That was a year ago, that was before it was a municipal bid, which I think he's kind of frowning on. You know, these are small businesses.
Mm.
Give me all this legalese and everything else, and drive me away.
Right.
So I don't know what we're gonna get.
Huh.
I believe, not positive, I think the bid due date is a week from Monday. Which is the 27th. What I do know is that the bid opening is 2 weeks from yesterday, the 29th, at 1 p.m. at the town hall. And the question I have is, anybody here willing to participate? Because I don't want to be just saying, participate in opening 8 bids that are received and one that we summarize and we have a discussion about what we're doing.
29th of what day of the week is it?
Wednesday afternoon at 1 p.m.
I could probably do that. So I'll probably be at the museum in the morning. And I could just come on us here.
So
Okay.
open for.
But you'd have to
Get something that's within the budget that does the whole thing. One of the options that I considered is that if we decide we're not going to award the bid, or if there's no bidders, or if everybody's too high, revise it and go back out with a single design. So what I was thinking was if we said 2 designs, one for the footstones, which is a simple floral path or something, and then one for the headstones, which would be a willow tree with an urn. But one design which you can put on all the stones to go back to their replicas. So even if we size them all the same, they put 16 or 17 headstones in that were all identical, except for the inscription, which would have to be the stone.
And
That-
do some of those stones have like, a saying at the bottom, like, you know,
Like the little FI things.
should be sorry if. Don't read for me, drop your tears
In
here.
the replacement list, and some, there might be one.
Inscription.
Yeah. But if this all fails, that would be potentially an option to do this one more time, go out and say, okay, we'll simplify the design. One design for headstone, second design for a footstone. Because some of those stones, when you say they have to be historical replicas, some of them have the Roman columns,
Right,
the willow tree,
Right.
the urn,
Yeah.
and some other elaborate stuff.
Yeah.
One of the things that didn't occur to me, one of the callers said is that they would have to do an engineering drawing of every individual stone, which is basically the way we kind of worded the bid. You gotta get approval for each stone before you carve it. And that's.
are they going to make it with a little dome top on the stones? like
Yeah, the
with
stones. I think no matter what, the stones have to, as closely as possible, match the shape of the
Shape.
existing stone. Because that's not a huge, but another, just recall another comment that one of the gentlemen made was, I said, there shall be no sharp edges under the stone.
Hmm.
Because the stones back then weren't cut square and even, and, with sharp points. And he said, well, that's a fair amount of work to round all the corners. And he said, well, I'm not prepared to remove that at this stage of the bid. We don't want stones to look like they're carved. by-
Geometric kind of,
In 2026.
yeah.
I want stones to look like they were carved in 1800 in somebody's workshop. So this was one of those things where I don't think I knew some of the questions that could be asked. It was like, let's go forward with this. We had a discussion about, we've got to be historically accurate and all that, which is what we like. But I told one of the gentlemen, I said, one of the first carvers I talked to told me, well, we used to have the conversation here ago, that the stones would be between $10,000 and $20,000 each if they were to bid. And I said, I wouldn't ask the town to commit that kind of money to a company. That's just over the top.
That's crazy.
And if you can find wealthy homeowners that want to buy historic stones like that, and spend $20,000-$25,000. Like, this business, but it's not unfortunate. So I don't know where this is gonna go, I was a little nervous, but I know, said it is what it is, whether we get or don't get. We don't get anything, or we don't get anything, we can make a decision on, then maybe we do it one more time and we simplify it and say, all the headstones can be the same shape and size, the inscriptions have to be, of course, pick one design. And we'll simplify it, or we take the list and say, we're not gonna get 24 stones for the money, we're gonna get 14 or 15 or 16 stones for the money. Because if we replaced all the headstones, I would be happy without the headstones.
Yeah.
And there's probably 3 or 4 in that list that we can live with the stone that exists. Broken as it is, with the name still on it, so.
Yeah.
Could I raise a unconventional idea? I was up at, Camosi Masonry, and I'm kind of friends with the guys up there. And a lot of those people who work there actually went to school for masonry. I wonder if we could ask these schools, like they might be like similar to Blackstone Valley Tech, if maybe some kids could carve some and, they could replicate, we give them a drawing and then try to replicate what they have, then it'd be cheaper.
I think this one, that's an incredible idea.
You like that idea?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I thought it was off the wall. You're gonna show.
I doubt you first. No, that's a fabulous idea. It's how do you couple this requirement of a piece of the bid, because you anticipate it's going to fit green, which is killing it.
Yeah.
It's just like replacing the roof on a building. Take it from the local contractor and put it in green, make it a piece of bid, and it's $1,000. It's the same roof.
No.
It's
3 million.
And I just
Yeah.
got asked to join that committee this morning. So. But that's the update, and I would really like to have somebody here at bid opening, so if you could take an hour off. Work that afternoon, Joan,
I have to see, because it's on Wednesday.
yeah,
I think I have a training to work on that day. I don't think I could. I'm the one running the training, so I don't think I could.
Yeah, I have a doctor's appointment exactly that.
Yeah, 29th. 29th.
29th, 1 p.m.
I think I do. I'll check. If I can come, I'll come, but
And it doesn't mean that we will go 20 to 40, so. Maybe 6 p.m. Then we decide opening. Well, we may get no bids. I don't.
Is the guy from Connecticut who does the slate gonna bid for this? Because that sounded more reasonable, 75.
First phone call was. The farm department in there, by, I think he said, $50,000 over the stone, and sit on it, additional stone, and do that.
Oh, okay.
And I think he's the one, because I've got 2 other people. Guy that was helping me at First Cemetery from Gravestone Gardens, the guy Dave. He has, the guy in Connecticut, carving stone. And he's done one before, I'm very happy with the guy's work, so. But it's like the gal in Situate, Rhode Island said, $10,000 to $20,000 a stone, and it's the complexity and how big the stone is, the bigger and more complex, so $20,000 a private stone, he said, that is kind of.
One thing I'll add to my off the wall idea, because I'm friends with the people up at Camosi. I was in there all the time. They let me become a contractor. So I get like 15% off any stones I buy. So if we were able to go with a school that could do it, maybe I could buy the stones and get 15% off. That'd be even crazier idea than that, but
Well, I didn't even occur to me, but you want to go get a sign and still talk to BBT, so why wouldn't we have thought of that for evidence?
yeah, because they might have a masonry. I don't know if they have a masonry program at
I don't-
BBT or not.
No. I
But we
really
could,
don't.
we could go up to Camosi and ask them what schools they went to, because I think one of the girls said she went to a masonry school in Worcester or something.
So look what we got out of BBT from Heritage Park Center.
Yeah,
When they said, don't think we can quite duplicate the original, they put it in. Incredible.
yeah, they're fantastic, yeah.
Now, it's wood, but obviously, I don't think it would challenge the early wood, which is,
Yeah, I don't think so.
it's like carving soulstone before the product.
Yeah. Yeah, so we could swing up there and
Work
ask them
on
what
that.
schools. Okay, I'll make an action item.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're-
Well, I would.
Ask some questions and see if there's something out there that we're
Take it under
not
advisement.
thinking about.
July 29th, people will understand. Decide if.
At 1 o'clock?
At 1 o'clock, whether we commit to somebody who's been successful, or whether we go around round two.
And you might have to go to one of the other, tech schools to get that kind of work done.
There's the Vermont Granite School. I don't know, obviously it's granite, but they might be able to point you in the direction of other schools that are.
That's what I was told, Northbridge, Whitensville, Monterey, because they know all the supplies up there, there, that's what they get all the information on. It's no shit. They know this carpenter school up there. And guys that do side work and else, but I guess you decided to self business, but one thing to find that.
But putting out a bid like this for the town, we're under restrictions to have it supplied by, I don't know, not like individual people who are doing it like on the side. They would have to be a business or something. The regulations are,
Interesting you asked that, because one of the ways the lawyers worded this thing was, give us 3 references for projects you've done in the last 2 years of this size. Hey, that lawyer, said, how many handcuffs you think the Bremen have done projects of 24 stone?
Yeah, of this size.
Years. It's just, and I get this guy from some insurance company in the Midwest wants to go. It's,
That's not like a litigation type of thing, is it? Or,
guy's response back to me when I said, I went to your website, you're an insurance company, so why are you asking for this bid? He said, this is what we do. And I was kind of taken aback. This is what we do, but with no explanation, no website.
we'll see if he fits.
So I said, this is where it's to be found, you want to publicly find it, look, I'm not.
see, why would he be so abrupt with that response?
I can't think of a scam that would do that type of thing.
Yeah.
God only knows what we do.
Can't either, but that doesn't mean there's one.
No, it's kind.
The one that still works.
$1,000 last fall, so. Yeah, step into that again.
So I'll be there. Russ might be.
Yeah, if anything changes in your schedule,
Okay.
I understand. That's when, the doctor.
See if I can be there, yeah.
You're gonna die,
Well, no, it's more like the doctor decided that they're gonna take a vacation that week and now they have to clear their entire calendar or something. But I'll make sure that I've got the right date. That seems fair.
All right. Sounds good. And I'll reach out to the Camosi and see if we can get some schools and maybe we can get some, because we did it with, what's that?
I said, I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe, well, I don't know how we finagled it with working with BVT if we have to do this whole prevailing wage thing, but somehow we did it with the sign, so.
Well, because it didn't cost as much, that's why. It didn't trigger, it wasn't like above
Oh,
a certain
if it's
amount.
under a certain.
So this is the thing, is that because it's
You're
over,
basically just paying
What's the
for
amount?
supplies.
I kind of decided back in.
It's like 50
December,
grand.
January, talking about this, yes, that's one of my students, the way I'm gonna be, it's gonna be awful.
right,
And it's
yes.
gonna fall, say, big guy, but it's just, it's gotta be formal, presentation, bid.
So could we do it piecemeal and just do a couple stones if we do it with the,
Certainly, it's, I think, 7 or 8 footstones, and footstone, 2 initials, and a little simple floral pattern that anyone.
right?
So certainly could consider taking that piece out, but just doing the headstone, but that's. So,
So if we did it through the schools, could we do it piecemeal and just do a couple, have them do a couple?
Well, he
stones?
was-
So we keep it under that.
I think
50
he's
grand
talking about doing the footstones through the schools. Because the
Oh,
footstones are
just do the
simpler.
stones through the schools? Oh,
Is that more or less what you were thinking?
yes, plus, I mean, I would definitely consider headstones too, but just say the headstones would be simple enough.
Yeah.
If somebody makes a, I would say, yeah.
right.
So definitely, we've got to let the bid play out, because if somebody bids within the numbers, we're gonna have to work.
Mhm.
All these other state regulations.
Oh,
You can't
okay.
just say, no, I changed my mind.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
that's definitely a fabulous idea, it should be done. Everybody's going to the last year. and then-
Well, we might not get any bid,
Well, yeah, I mean,
and then we'll be back.
one way or another, well, we've got options,
We do
right?
things.
Either we'll get bids or we can explore a different idea.
And the guy that said he was thinking somewhere in the 1 acre range, I said, don't knock it. Because this thing's gonna evolve. And I said, if everybody comes in over, we may select certain stones to be done, or we may revise. Come up with a standardized design. To simplify it, and do one design, but for 15 stones or whatever. So I said, definitely bid, I said, anything can happen. I don't know what they can go over. Still, I love it. It's not like I've done this 3 times in my life. Or I've done it, you know, so that's not a big learning process.
It might be doing it again with French.
So, she had that. Water, stones, all stones. We get to repair. But I'm not gonna go with young Lincoln, said, geez, I need $400,000 to hire a bunch of people to go do this. It's, but this is a small town. It's nice. All right, guys.
Okay,
Okay,
thanks, Ed.
thanks, Ed.
Thank you.
Bye.
Well, the next item on the agenda is first cemetery update.
So that was.
That was it.
Okay, that's what we got.
That was the
Not gonna be a
update.
better update than the one that Ed just gave you. Nobody else knows more about it than
Yeah,
Ed.
I don't know. Very much about it. Okay, so the next item on the agenda is the roof repair for Holy Angels. So I had submitted to the CPC an application on behalf of the Historical Commission. It was well received by everyone. They voted in the affirmative unanimously to hold a public hearing. And they also voted to see if everyone on the commission was in favor of it, and they all voted unanimously that they were. There was a little iffy whether Kathy Robinson was gonna bid favorably on it, but she ended up bidding favorably on it. So with that said, the way to accept the funding from the CPC is the meeting has to go to a town. Vote.
Has to go to town meeting.
Yeah,
Yes.
so,
So Erica approached me last night with a petition
yes,
and,
That's a citizen's position to get the article
okay,
yeah, so
on the town meeting.
we'd like ideally to get the funding in place before the winter. In the event that we have another winter like we had last year, where it was like 3 feet of snow on the ground.
right,
So,
things won't happen, but I mean, if
yeah.
it's a mild winter, you could probably get it done.
yeah, or we could get it done if it was a mild winter. So we'd like to get a special town meeting that's just to vote to accept the funding from the CPC so that we can get it done
Right.
ahead of time if possible.
It's like a meeting.
Yeah, it'll take a second. So, but we do have a citizen's petition.
So
as
is the
Erica had-
petition for the article or is it for a special town meeting? 'Cause
The
I
petition
talked
is
to Gloria.
for the special town meeting.
Okay, so citizens position and you need 200 signatures for
We
that?
need 200 signatures that are verified, so we probably need more than 200 signatures, probably need like 300 maybe. or-
Well, I mean, yeah, and you gotta put your address on there.
Yeah, it has to be all certified by the,
They cross-check it.
yeah, they do. They certify every single signature, so
I mean, that's the
there's probably gonna be a couple who aren't actually opt-in, so we'll cross those
I
people
mean,
out.
that's why you have to put your address on it and have you like on tax.
Yeah, so
Oh.
this is this is the petition. We have a couple signatures are, it's a citizen's petition, so it's not from the historical commission. But we went through a lawyer to get this wording, and the wording says at the last sentence that it will be managed by the historical commissions, the operations, or it can be. So it says here, that it will be managed by the Upton Historical, but it's not this petition is not on behalf of the historical commission, because the historical commission cannot actually do a petition because
Yeah, 'cause we're
we're
part
at
of the town.
the behest of the
Yeah.
select board.
We are
So,
part of a town
only
instrument.
citizens can do this petition.
A
so.
town's, yeah, a town instrument cannot petition the town.
Yeah.
So
So,
What is a petition? Like, I always thought it was a bad thing.
Well, no, anything where you gather a bunch of signatures to ask for a specific thing. It doesn't, it's not an inherently, there, it's morally neutral, right? So it's just, we are all going on record saying that we want this thing of whatever.
Yeah.
So you sign your name, you say, if it's like a town thing, then you have to be a resident of that town. You can't just be like Joe from North Dakota who signed it online or whatever. But for this kind of legality, you need to be a resident of the town and you are like provably so, right?
Just encouraging the powers that be to know that many of their citizens are, in favor of this,
Thank you.
I don't like, 600 people vote in a general election, maximum-ish. So like,
get 200
you got 200
signatures.
people who are like, we want this thing. It's not nothing if you're a select person, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
They're like, oh, our constituency, who may or may not vote us in next time, are saying that they want this thing, right? So but it's not inherently like good or bad or whatever. It's
Okay.
just, it's a democratic action taken outside of like the bounds of town meeting or something like that.
and there's precedent for this because, they did the same thing, for Sweet Williams Farm, for those of you who remember this.
I do
The
not,
purchase of the Sweet
Well,
Williams Farm
I think I do
on
actually.
North Street.
I wasn't paying attention to it. Yes, I do.
Yeah, they had to call a special town meeting to get the select board to vote for this. So it's been done before, so.
Usually it's done when it's like time sensitive, which it was time sensitive like 3 years ago, so. Because it's leaking, is the point.
Yeah.
Yes.
we're trying to-
That's the time sensitive nature of that particular roof. So yeah, it's our.
So if you'd like to sign, it, here's a pen.
I would love to.
We wrote up talking, so this weekend I'm gonna be going around collecting signatures and we have like,
I don't like to
A bunch
pay for
of-
buildings that then we let rot in place. Even
That's-
if I didn't want that particular building, which I do, but even if I didn't, like the town already, we bought it. I don't want to like not do anything and then just be like, I
Just
guess.
let
we gotta
it
tear
fall
it down.
down.
yeah,
So Craig, that's not a conflict of interest that you're chairman of this committee and you're going around for,
It would be if he voted to, like, he would have to recuse himself from taking a vote on it,
oh yeah, but we're not.
but we're
any
not
votes.
taking a vote.
Yeah,
So I don't think that then there's any,
and I think,
we're not voting for any money. We're not, you know what I mean?
you're asking if it's a conflict of interest, if I collect signatures.
right,
Being that, that's a good question, but I don't, being that it's a citizen's petition and I'm a citizen.
I don't think, I mean, or Catherine Robinson couldn't do like many things that she's done in the past, because
Oh.
she's on like planning board, right? But
Yeah.
she also is the sort of person to like agitate for things or not
Yeah.
things, like I don't know, I would be surprised.
Yeah,
Certainly you have a whole bunch of other 140 arts people who could do it, but I don't know, you could give your, if you're worried about it, you could give your one sheet to somebody else to do, but
yeah,
you only need 200 and it's like 30 on each sheet,
yeah,
so.
and I don't think asking people signatures is a conflict of interest, because it's not like
Wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
Because it.
I
has
mean,
no
and
binding-
when you ask them to do it, you're going to say to them, this is not going to increase your tax burden.
Right, well,
Plus.
it has no like monetary or legal authority
Right.
on your part.
right.
You're not voting for or
Correct.
against
The
anything
historical
to
commission
benefit them
responsible.
or,
There are people out
Penalize
there
them.
that would like it to fall to the ground. and-
well, yes, I know. But it's very difficult to build anything there because of setbacks from the river that would be more useful than the building that is already there. Whatever you do with that building, the fact that it doesn't have to be built to code because it's not a new build is inherently more useful
Hmm.
than
Right.
tearing it down. Like, it's just putting the historic nature of it aside that I care about.
I mean, if they tear it down, there'll be a hole there.
It's gonna be, it's gonna be nothing and you won't be able to like use that part, so. I don't know, that doesn't seem like it's gonna get you any more tax revenue.
Hmm.
Personally, that would be I know that's like part of the thing to like build something bigger and more business centric, but I don't know that that would be a real possibility in
Yeah.
that spot. So you are going to lose something out without gaining what you want.
Right, exactly. And I was talking to a gentleman by the name of Michael Steenitz, and he's from Mass Historical. He's I think the president of Mass Historical. And I was talking to him about the possibility of getting a preservation restriction put on the building. And there's a lot to that. I think perhaps the lawyer and I are gonna talk to him again, because
We had to get one for the Grange when we accepted the,
yeah. And it would be
Yeah.
through the same exact entity that the Grange got the preservation restriction from. It's the
There's
same
one here
person.
in this building too.
Oh, is there? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's
we used.
requirement of
Getting funding.
funding.
Okay, from a grant from the.
Yeah,
from the
because
historical.
you
Okay.
don't wanna, they don't wanna put money towards something that's not gonna be preserved, right?
Right.
That's a poor business
Yeah, right,
use on their
right.
part.
And I mean, if, you know, it would be good for us to try to get money next year when the new round comes along
Yeah,
to do something with those columns out front.
right, yeah. Well, that's, so there's two. We're discussing, a preservation restriction from Mass Historical requires a preservation on the entire building, and also, I think you said on the interior of the building, which I don't know how that would work.
I don't think the Grange has that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
No,
because
we don't have any theory in it.
it's
Yeah.
just the exterior.
But then we were talking, he said you can get because I was asking, can I just get a preservation restriction, or I shouldn't say, the town, could the town get a preservation restriction on just the facade of the building and not the rest of the building? And he said you can, but that type of preservation restriction would be like a contract almost, so it would be like a 30-year contract preservation restriction. And you can get a preservation restriction on specific elements of the building, but it doesn't go through Mass Historical. It's just like a contract that you have the town sign, so. That's another option, so. So it's pretty, it sounds like there's a lot to it, so I think we need to talk to them a little bit more. But just wanted to let you guys know that those conversations are in the works, so. Yeah. So there's a lot going on, so. Okay, so we won't spend any more time on that. So the next item on the agenda is the social media updates, and I think we have Patrick on the line. Patrick, is there any social media updates currently?
No, but it's good to see all of you. I feel like it's been years. I feel like so much has happened in like years, and it's been millennia, centuries. The whole time I'm thinking, because I know like people have made comments. I know like we're moving on from the Holy Angels, but the whole time like, and like I still remember when like it was like a couple months ago when that one resident made the comment about just tear it down. But then if you talk to a lot of folks, I mean, I'm talking to a lot of my neighbors right behind Millhouse Apartments, like they want to keep the church, and I know they would sign that petition like in a heartbeat. So I know there are some Ottonians that would be completely shocked and disgusted if we were to do that. So I applaud you, Craig, with doing everything that you say you're doing to preserve it, because I mean it's part of our fabric of the downtown, and that's all I'll say. And if I ever make a TED Talk, that will be my catchphrase. But besides that, it's good to see everyone.
Yeah, definitely. Well, if you know of people who would be willing to sign the petition, maybe I could drop one off for you and you could have them sign it, or, or if you have any friends or whoever,
I'll go door to door if you want me to.
that would be great. I'm gonna be doing that this weekend, so.
So I
Okay,
will
I'll
canvas.
shoot you an email afterwards, but maybe we could, I could drop you off one.
Yeah.
Even if you can only get a couple, that would be great. The more we can get, the better, so.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Patrick. Okay, so let's see. So moving on, we have the Upton's 300th anniversary fund. I don't know if there's any updates from the Historical Society now.
I spoke to a woman from the Hopkinton Historical Commission, and they had their event a few years ago.
Oh, did that?
And
Okay.
she was like the chairman of it. And she said, we didn't really do anything till about 5 years before.
Oh, really? Okay. So maybe we're jumping the
Yeah,
gun a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to get people enthusiastic about something that's not until
9 years old.
2035.
Yeah. A lot of the kids will
Yeah.
already
Right.
graduate from high school by then. Okay.
I won't be very enthusiastic in 1935.
Yeah.
How about you, Rod?
Yeah. That was the way it was 25 years ago when it.
Yeah,
So should we take this off the agenda item, off the?
Yeah.
Agenda? Okay,
Yeah.
let's take it off.
yeah.
So we don't keep.
I
that.
mean,
Yeah.
if somebody comes to me and says, oh, I'd like to donate, $10,000 to
Yes.
that, I know it's
Back
going to
on.
be coming up,
Yeah.
I'll say, sure, we'll gladly put it aside.
All right, so now we're on
I'd like to
to,
have the problem of people just offering me
Just throwing-
large piles of.
Yeah,
money.
right.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out how to make that happen.
No, it doesn't happen.
okay, so now we're on to topics not reasonably anticipated. I know, Joan, you had.
Oh.
you had-
The Historical Society, just hot off the press, published a coloring book
Oh,
of historic buildings and places here in town. And Scott Garland is excited about maybe having a coloring contest this summer for children in like 2 different age groups and for adults. And we would announce the winners on Heritage Day.
oh, okay,
And
that's
we
fun.
would give a cash award for whoever won. This is very, very new that, we really haven't thought it out.
Yeah, there were,
Completely,
I saw that there was some negotiation on the topic last night over email.
yeah. And Scott said to me today, we'd like to have a representative from the police, the selectmen of the historical commission and somebody else to judge them. And I said, well, Catherine would do that, probably.
Sure. Coloring.
I knew. But you're current in the coloring
Yes.
department.
Just coloring.
Okay, well,
Well, Heritage Day.
yeah, I
That's
mean,
fine.
it wouldn't involve too much time.
I'm not concerned about the time detail.
Because I don't know how many people would come, because the thing is, you have to come and buy the coloring book for $12. And then that's kind of like your entry fee to get into the coloring contest.
See. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. It'll depend on how well advertised both the coloring book and the coloring contest is.
Got ideas for my submission already.
Yeah. I feel like if you blast it out to the same people, the families that are in like 140 Arts and like
Yeah.
the library people, like I feel like you could get some greater than 0%, but
Sure.
you might, if there was a way to sell the book at some place like the library that is more widely, more often traveled by families.
What about the state park?
Yeah, I mean, there too, but I don't know if they've got people in the office yet. Because that was building was being renovated. I don't know. Might be done.
I mean, up at the CCC camp?
Yeah,
Oh, are they going to open that? and have it? Oh,
I don't, they,
I didn't think it was going to be on a regular basis. I think it was
I
going to
don't-
be
I have
open
no
for
idea.
special events
Yeah,
or something.
I don't remember anymore. They had some plan to have it open for education, but I don't know where that is because that was a year earlier, last one there. But something like the library where people are there with children fairly often Because if the problem isn't the price of the book necessarily, the problem is getting
It
families
exposure
into
to
the
the
historical
public, yeah.
society to buy the book,
Right.
right? I feel like people might do it, but it needs to have a lower,
And the pictures in the book are taken from photographs and I guess went to AI or whatever and asked for a line drawing
yeah, maybe.
of whatever. And they're very, you know, not friendly to a 5-year-old.
Detailed, very detailed.
Detailed.
Well, some 5-year-olds are like, I'm gonna make the whole thing purple. It's fine.
Right, right.
Depends on your 5-year-old. But yeah, I feel like if you had it someplace where it was easier to get a hold of the book, that would probably
Right.
increase your.
I'll tell
And
Scott.
we'd have to do this in a month because Heritage Day is.
Heritage Day is in December, yeah.
So that's coming up.
You could also have like a table at things that are happening in the summer.
The band concert.
There's a canvas, like at the 140 Arts, there's a canvas and coffee thing on
Right.
Saturday.
Yeah, that's true.
There's the VFW's cruise nights, there's
Yeah.
whatever, like that kind of thing. There's
Yeah, I sold one last night at the Westboro Speedway event.
a ton of things, but there are something, maybe you could do it at Kiwanis at the, you know how they have the like band
Concerts and stuff.
concerts
Right.
on Wednesday nights?
I don't know.
Where's the money coming from for the award
From the,
Sponsors.
oh, okay,
sponsors?
that's even better.
Oh, okay.
But like, if you could get something, because like families go to those too, not just families, but
We could go over to the beer place.
That's what I was gonna say.
it's not a bad idea. They're also.
They encouraged him to go
Dan
there.
bought it last night. He just said, where are the crayons?
So yeah, like things like that where people do congregate outside during the summertime.
Yeah.
That would be my,
Okay,
insofar as I have one. Because I feel like that's gonna be.
but I wanted to just let you know that this is something.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna have
And I
to go
knew-
buy my book.
I knew you'd jump on board.
Yes. About judging all the art, but
So do we have to make a motion that Catherine's gonna be our official?
No,
that's a function, I can just volunteer. It's
Okay.
not like a.
you don't need to do anything. I just wanted to let you know that that was something that was out there.
Okay, wonderful. I
And,
think that's a
and
great
next
idea.
month I might have some really interesting news, but I was asked to,
Okay, well, we'll just have.
really exciting.
Be patient, people. I will keep in mind that I need to judge crayon artwork.
Okay.
Yeah,
So the next exciting item on the agenda is Lindsay Barker has submitted a application to the Historical Commission, which is right here.
Good.
And I think we would all love to have her. I don't know if we need to make a motion.
Well, I make a motion that we accept Lindsay as a member of the commission.
Okay, I'll enthusiastically second that.
I mean, she's been here twice and we haven't even.
Then some of our previous members.
Okay.
So all in favor, say aye.
All those opposed? Good, carries unanimously.
Right.
Has he already ditched us?
I think he said his word and he left. I don't see his logo
I
anymore.
don't see him either.
Okay, so that carries unanimously, so thank you very much. So, so the next step is for me to submit it to the select board, I think. Okay, so I'll take that as an action item. Submit. Okay, wonderful. Well,
I also just want to let you guys know, so I have, a medical condition, I have, Tourette's, so if I
Okay.
like, kind of like, or like, it sounds kind of like loud hiccups, sometimes I wave to, don't be alarmed.
Okay.
Just letting you guys know.
No worries.
Doesn't happen very often.
Not a problem. Okay, so, Maple Street, issue with, the demolition, I had emailed, I had an action item for the last meeting to email Bill Andrews, who's the,
Oh, this is the
Chairman
guy that
of
wanted
the
to take
ZBA.
it down and build 2 buildings,
Yeah.
2 houses
Yeah.
on a
and we
lot.
said that would be okay if you get it passed by the ZBA first and then come back to us. I think is where we left it. So, I emailed Bill. What did Bill say? I forgot what he said. I think he said that he hasn't come to us yet. Oh, did I take a, I took a screen capture of that, but. I think what he said was, what happened here? No, that's something. I think what he said was he has not come before the ZBA yet, but it's scheduled. So I think he's gonna be coming for
Okay,
them soon. So
so we might see him
Well,
next
She has to
month.
go to the planning board first.
I think you're right. Yeah, maybe you said he had to go to the planning board first. So maybe I should email the planning board.
The zoning board, it has to go to the zoning board.
Yeah, so Bill's
Zoning board
chairman
and
of
the
the.
zoning board of appeals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's trying to put,
Oh, they're gonna turn it down.
Doesn't have enough frontage.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
yeah,
Oh, So we'd have to ask for,
you need a back.
Variance, it's front of the zoning board of appeals.
they issue a variance if he doesn't own the, oh, he does own that property now, so.
Yeah,
they
they
could issue
are.
a variance. Okay. So that'll be interesting.
I mean, they could if they wanted to, right?
Yeah. They usually do, too, so. Okay, so we'll wait with bated breath for that one. What else is on here? Oh, I got an email from, Lauren Graham, who I think is on the CPC. If I think she might be a new member. But she sent me, I don't think it's related to the CPC, but she sent me an email. Is this the email? No, this is.
is that the one about the geocache?
No, that's different. I think it's about. What did I do? I took all these screen captures and I don't know. Oh, no, I think this is it. No. This is different. Oh, I think this one. Here it is. She says. Hi Craig, I received an inquiry about the memorial that is on the island pictured below at the intersection of Main Street and Mechanic Street and Glen Ave.
Yeah,
The question is if the historical commission has any knowledge on the plans of the memorial / island when 140 Arts is, yeah.
140.
When what,
Oh, that's
Route
where it
140 is
Oh, like-
redone.
when the TIP project happened?
Yeah,
I mean, we can look and see what it says on the plan. It should be. They shouldn't do
Oh.
anything to it, but it should be on the plan what they're gonna do.
oh, okay, I didn't even think about that.
And there's also a memorial right up here at the corner of Pleasant Street, 140.
So
There's a
basically,
monument
Yeah, they
there also.
Okay.
might move them
they
like,
did the same thing down here at Pratt Pond.
Oh, they did?
They moved it out of the way, they just, and then after they're done with their construction, they placed it back.
Oh, they did?
yeah, they don't generally.
I wish they hadn't, I wish they put it in a different spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a killer to maintain it.
Oh,
You have to park right in the middle, I wish they put it back where the, at the end of School Street.
oh, really? Oh, do you maintain it?
Yes,
Oh, really? Oh, is that the one on School Street and Warren Street? Like where?
there are 8 of them,
Oh, there is?
nine of them around.
Oh, really?
There are
Okay.
9 of them
They're
around.
are they all maintained by the VFW? Is that what,
For the men's school?
who are they?
I do it, I take care of it.
You do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
is it just you personally? Or?
Yeah, well, I get volunteers.
Okay. I wasn't,
Well,
I
I got
thought,
VFW, American Legion,
I thought it was the VFW, but
and I get geraniums,
Oh, really?
and we've got a little flower planter in each one.
yeah,
and that's
I
why-
mean, you see them get refreshed. So clearly they're being taken care of.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing
That's a lot of
that.
work.
Yeah,
I have help, but I don't do it by myself.
That's good.
We did all the flags at the Lakeview Cemetery, first burying ground, Radish and Maplewood.
Yeah, my
Really?
Girl Scout helped with the flags this year. Some of our Girl Scouts
That's
helped.
a lot of work. Yeah, so she's just asking, what she said, okay, so, the 140 is redone, and if they would support moving the memorial or renaming the intersection after the person who the memorial is for. please let me know if you have any info, thanks.
I mean,
So,
I don't know that they're in the interest of renaming things in general. I'm I'm
Who would
pulling
have
up-
the plans?
I've got the plans.
you have them?
Well, they're on our website.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Town of Upton website under TID project up to Route 40. And
Oh, okay.
and I'm scrolling through it. Trying to get back to Mechanic Street on it.
Yeah, because I don't know if that would be a question maybe for Mike Antonellis or,
I mean, it's ultimately not in our,
I would have thought they would have approached us if there was some reason that it was going to be moved someplace
Yeah, like-
different.
oh, you should just.
Change
Like the stone wall.
yeah.
Right,
so-
yeah.
Yeah, if they're not gonna keep it, they'll,
I'm surprised they didn't ask us about the curbing out here around the common. Because one day, oh, I don't know how many years ago, the DPW was out there and they had their front end loader and somehow chipped one of the granite
Yeah.
curb stones. And they called me. Because you're on the historical commission.
so
Yeah,
it says it's like moved slightly, but it's on the end state plans as well as the original. The light,
Oh,
so the current is light gray, and
Mhm.
the end state is black,
oh, okay.
and you can
So
see
they're
the
gonna move it
markers right
To the
here.
left a little.
They're gonna move it slightly to the left and slightly up on the screen. I don't know if that's north or not, but just like.
so that's the opening
Oh,
of
okay.
Mechanic Street, right?
Yes, this is Mechanic Street. This is a little island in the middle.
Could you do me a favor and take a screen capture of that and just send me that and then I'll send it to. Or,
But yeah, the whole thing is, this is page 31 of what is available on the website, and the whole thing is available on the website. So just in the event that anyone,
Trying to figure out where Mechanic Street is.
it's
Down
on the
West
side of
Upton,
West Upton.
goes through West
On the right.
Upton.
After you've gone through past the Hat Factory, past like the Knowlton buildings, past the apartment buildings, it's, you can go like down the hill a little bit, there's like Marion Way, and then Mechanic Street's past that. You would know where it was if you drove by.
Okay,
It is not it's like a street I didn't go on for the first 2 years that I lived here because I didn't have to.
okay.
But it's because it's not like, it's a road towards North Upton from West Upton.
I even know the name on that stone.
Okay,
What is it?
I know.
You do.
what is it?
George Wood.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Wow.
Well, of course you know.
It's like you to know all of them just
Yeah,
putting the flowers down, honestly.
they moved, there was one on, the end of Church Street and High Street.
Oh,
When they
okay.
widened High Street and they moved it down. Down in front of the soldiers' home. And then halfway down, Church Street.
Oh, really? Okay.
Paley, his name was.
Yes, I think I've seen that one. Because I was like, how did he get not
It used to be down at the end of this, on High Street there. When they widened the High Street, they moved it down.
Oh, really?
Okay, moving right along.
Okay, yes.
Go on.
Yeah.
So
Mostly.
regarding the geocaching email that we received, I think everyone saw that I responded to, and I just said, I think
Yeah.
that's okay.
And we
Yeah.
said okay to it one other time.
Yeah, just as long as it's not in the shade. we're not-
But Metacom should know who,
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
but you,
I'll email Metacom and tell them. Because maybe I shouldn't be approving that based on the conservation restriction.
Well, I mean, that's the point of having her not dig and not put it near the,
Yeah,
the response was good.
I mean, she's not altering the land or.
right,
No,
shouldn't affect. Nuclear, but
I'll CC Marcel on that too. Okay, so next item is street name request from Jack Lapidus, I don't know if I'm saying that right. But this is from Jack, and it says, to who it may concern, I am currently submitting plans to the Upton Planning Board regarding a new 4-lot subdivision next to my home at 42 Walnut Street in Upton. I have been told that by the civil engineers, that property developers are required to obtain a list of prospective street names from the Historical Commission for any future prospective town thoroughfares. Could you please forward me a list of prospective street names that'd be acceptable to the town of Upton? Thanks, Jack. So I think we actually are the ones who give them the precise name.
Just make suggestions.
Yeah.
We make
Oh, we
suggestions.
make
We've
suggestions.
usually given them like six,
Six
five or
issues.
six.
Okay.
The police and fire have to
Yeah.
weigh in on it.
Well, and we had a list.
I still have it.
Okay, I was.
Oh, good.
The Barbara Burke
The
list.
Barbara
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
Burke
I have,
list
although it is,
that had been deconflicted with pre-existing, so it had already been deconflicted from any currently existing street, which is the main problem.
Mhm.
So it.
Yeah, there are a number of them on that list that have already been used.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should probably cross them off, but
Yeah.
it is certainly possible if you want to put a subcommittee together, that,
I mean, just about every tree has been used.
yeah. We've
Yeah.
done a fair number of found.
And of course, I thought of chickadee last time.
I wonder why.
Wonder why.
A party on West River Street the other day, and I like went on River Street because I didn't remember that it was West River Street, and they are not. River Street is not west, the west part of River Street is not West River Street,
It's
entirely
a different street.
entirely
Yeah,
different.
River Street's down here.
Yeah, River Street. West River Street is named after.
By West
Or West River.
Yeah,
Right.
so, which is not,
Check any farms in there, who inhabited it.
yeah, we could.
The area.
Come up with something.
Yeah, if we
You
pull
know,
up,
Claflin Farm Road,
if we
Some-
pull up
Summers.
some of the old maps,
Yeah.
it would show us who lived on that property many years ago.
We can come up with something, but we don't.
You know, we've never named a street. It's kind of an unusual name to name a street. It's Reverend Fish.
Yeah,
Fish,
maybe because his name is Fish.
Fish Street.
It's better than-
Fish Road.
I don't know that we have a
Yeah.
standard name to suggest right now, and we would probably need to make a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not something he needs a name for before he starts building.
So maybe I'll just forward you his email and you can send them,
Do you want?
or do we?
Comments on it? We can be the name subcommittee.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay,
okay, you guys
Yeah.
will be the subcommittee?
yeah.
Okay,
We'll be the
We'll come up with something.
okay, cool. Great. Sounds good. So,
Mrs. Graney. Mrs. Graney.
so the last item on the agenda is, we have two quasi open positions. So we have vice president and secretary. So, I know, having been secretary before, that secretary is a lot of work, so I don't know.
Secretary's annoying, but
It's annoying, but,
it's just.
I don't know if you feel like continuing to do it, or if you want to pass it off to somebody, or if you want me to maybe do it, and, because I take notes anyways.
I know, because sometimes I rely on your notes if I'm not there, for one thing, or I feel like, do you want to be chair again?
Well, I'm
You say you were
chair.
Chair?
Yeah, we
you
did
should
that.
be chair and secretary, because
Yeah.
if the secretary is not there, then we need your backup notes. If
Right,
you're secretary and chair, that's a problem.
okay,
like,
okay, yeah,
this-
that's a good point. So maybe we can, I mean, I just don't want to have a huge burden fall on you,
It's not a
Catherine.
huge burden to take notes, sorry.
Okay,
Good.
so, but I take notes too, so if it's too much.
I harass you for them on occasion because I'm like, what did I mean by that? Or like I started a sentence and then I didn't say what was happening. Really strictly speaking, legally, you only need to record the motions, who makes it, who seconds it, what the vote was, and
Oh.
any amounts of money that are being committed and not committed, just for your reference. My minutes tend to be a lot more topical because I want to be able to be like, that's when we decided that thing, or that's when we were talking about that thing that we didn't.
And historically, in years from now, they'll say,
Yeah,
gee, when did they ever name those streets? So, you know? Yeah.
Just, but legally, you only need to say, we committed XYZ amount of money. This was the vote. It was taken, whatever. We had this meeting, et cetera.
Okay,
But yeah, I don't mind being secretary.
okay, so you,
It's fine.
you,
I can be
okay,
secretary again.
okay. So,
Thank you.
Next year,
Kathy.
I can do it. Next
Yeah,
year,
next
I'm
year.
not, but this year I can do it. It's
okay,
fine.
I know it's a lot of work.
It's formatting work and typing work more than
Yeah, And
anything.
luckily ChatGPT makes it easy too.
Well, yes, you're a big ChatGPT
Yeah.
fan. I do it by hand, but it's not
You do.
hard, so
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Okay. And so the other opening is vice president. So I know Patrick is currently the vice president, so I don't know, he's not on the line, unfortunately now.
Yes.
I don't know if we want to talk about it next meeting or what we want to do about that opening. Should we just wait till next meeting and just?
We
let's
can
till
wait till next meeting.
Okay, so the next meeting
You might
is
be
August.
vice president.
When I get home and hear the president speak.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the next meeting is August 13th. Although that's what I have down. So I don't know if that works for everybody.
Is that the second
I think
Thursday?
that's probably why I put it on there, because see, it is the second Thursday of August. Does that work? for
Is everyone
folks?
gonna be around enough?
The only thing is that's the same,
Yeah.
What time?
that's the
So
same,
well, we can, tonight it was at 7. We can make it at 6 if that works better for people or whatever.
No,
If it's at 6, I will be late.
You'll be late. Okay. So
I won't.
seven's better.
seven.
Okay, then maybe we aim for 7,
7 on the 13th.
or 13.
With the Grange, but
Oh, you do? Okay.
as long as we have quorum, we can do it. I mean, August has historically been a low month for us because people go on vacation. But
Yeah. Do you always have a conflict on the second Thursday of the month?
well, this wasn't the second Thursday, so I didn't
Oh,
conflict
but you-
this month.
Normally you would.
Yeah, normally I do, yeah.
So.
do you
should we
want to do it the
consider
third Thursday? Should we do it the net?
The third?
Keep it,
It'll be okay.
and, you know, and I said to them, you know, this I was committed to and voted in and
Yes.
whatever. I mean, it's not that I chose to just go, you know. I have a commitment here, the strong commitment here. I mean,
You're invested in us. We love
I do things for the Grange and going to the meeting isn't that important.
Because we could always change it to Tuesday or Wednesday too. like-
Keep it the way you have it.
Okay, all right, so we'll aim for August 13th at 7 PM. So that is the meeting and I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay. And I'll second it if it has to be second.
Okay.
Okay.
We have to do.
Sure. Yes, we do.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, meeting is adjourned.
Okay.